When getting started on Amazon, not every one of us have thousands to lose, and I can very much relate and understand this situation because I used to make around £1,000 a month when I worked at my IT job. That's why I'm making this video to share the 7 Amazon FBA mistakes that cost me thousands of pounds when I first began my Amazon FBA journey back in 2020. Had someone created a video like this for me when I was starting out, it would have saved me a lot of time and money. So if you're just starting out, I recommend you watch this entire video and learn from my mistakes. All I ask in return is a like and share if you find value in what I have to say. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. Mistake number 1 is choosing the wrong model. When you begin selling on Amazon, it's important that you choose a model that is right for you according to your budget. There are 3 models you can make money on Amazon via. The first is Amazon arbitrage. This is when you buy discounted products from local retail or supermarkets, which is selling at a higher price on Amazon and resell them on Amazon for a profit. This model has low capital required as you can buy 10 units of a product for less than £50 from a retailer. However, the potential profit is also low as you can't buy a lot of stock. The second model is Amazon private label. This is where you get a manufacturer in China to create a product with your own brand name and you create a listing for that product on Amazon and sell it. The initial investment for this model is really high as you will need to pay a manufacturer for the whole order, plus shipping, plus Amazon ads for the listing and more. However, the potential profit for this model is also high as once your listing is ranking high, you can keep making organic sales and you don't have any competitors on your listing. The third and the model I use to sell on Amazon is Amazon wholesale. This is where you buy popular branded products in bulk that are already selling well on Amazon from a wholesaler or directly from the brand and resell them on Amazon for a profit. What makes this model great is that the initial investment for this model is medium, but the potential profits are high, so it's perfect for someone who does not have huge amount of funds to start private label. Now, most people try Amazon FBA and they straight jump to private label when they don't even have enough capital and they eventually give up. Like in 2014, when I first came across Amazon FBA, I thought the only way to sell on Amazon was with private label, but it wasn't until 2020 I found out there are way more cheaper ways to get started. Now, before jumping on the second mistake, I just want to say on the 30th of March, I'm holding a free live workshop where I'll be sharing how you can make £100,000 on Amazon FBA in 2023, and it's completely free. If you're interested in that, you can join using the link in the description. You can register without any credit cards or anything required. It's free once again, so if you want to join, link is in description. Mistake number 2, not doing a test order. When you first find a product, it is very exciting, I know, because you think you have found your best product till date, and with that excitement, you will end up ordering hundreds, if not thousands pounds worth of units. Now, I have committed this mistake and it has cost me hundreds of pounds. Like this product right here, I bought it thinking I'm gonna sell it and it sells really well, but when I tried sending it to Amazon, they told me that they do not store this product in their fulfillment center, so I could not do anything about it as the wholesaler was not also accepting any returns for that product. So the lesson I learned here is that even after doing all the product analysis checks, there is a chance that the product may fail to sell or might have another issue, which is why you should always order a test order of 10 to 50 units to test if that product will even sell. Now, the benefit of doing a test order is that you're able to assess how well the product is selling, which will help you to know how much order or how many units you should order from the manufacturer and stock at Amazon so they don't run out quickly. Plus, having done a test order lowers your risk of the product not selling at all. Mistake number 3, running out of stock. Running out of stock is one of the most common mistakes made by Amazon FBA sellers. Now, this can cause you on missing out potential hundreds, if not thousands of pounds worth of sales by just simply not making sure you have enough stock sent to Amazon. Plus, if you want to win the buy box more, it is good to send more stock in, because I'll give you an example. Let's say you sent in 10 units. If you're sending 10 units, then Amazon does not have enough units to send into multiple fulfillment centers around the whole of UK. So they might only be able to send in 2 in Manchester, 2 in Leicester, and keep the remaining 6 in London. Now, if you're sending 100 or let's say 500, then they have enough units to send over across every single fulfillment so that whenever someone is purchasing the product from like Newcastle, the person still is going to be able to get your product and you're going to win the buy box from them and they will get it next day, just because Amazon is able to distribute it to multiple fulfillment centers and they will have enough stock everywhere of your product. Now, to avoid running out of stock, you should always stay on top of your inventory levels. You should regularly check your inventory and make sure you order whenever it starts to get low. You can use tools like Seller Toolkit, link in the description, for 30% off on the first month, which helps you keep track of your inventory. Plus, it helps you analyze your profits and everything, which is another thing. But this will help you to make sure you have optimal level of inventory. And another way to avoid running out of stock is to purchase your inventory in bulk and store some of the stock at your home or office. So whenever you need to restock, you can directly send it to Amazon and you don't have to wait until your supplier sends it to you and then you prepare it and then send it to Amazon. And finally, you can use Amazon's restock report, which you can get from your Seller Central account, to get an idea of how much inventory you will need to keep in stock. Mistake number 4, high reviews does not mean high sales. In the start, when I first started learning about selling on Amazon via Amazon FBA wholesale, I used to think if a product has a lot of reviews, then it automatically means the product sells a lot. But unfortunately, this is not the case, because a listing could be 5 years old and all the reviews it has got could be between 3 to 4 years. And the last year, it might have no reviews at all. So technically, it must be not selling as much because all the reviews has been pretty old. This is why even if a product has only 100 reviews, the product still could be selling a lot more than a listing with thousands or tens of thousands of reviews. And the way to ensure if the product is selling recently or not is simply go to the reviews and filter reviews by most recent, which will give you an indication of how well the product is selling. If there are recent reviews, then the product is currently selling. Mistake number 5, don't sell on a private label listing. This was my first ever mistake when I first began selling on Amazon. Good old days. Anyway, the 4th mistake that people often make when getting started with Amazon is selling on private label listings if they're doing arbitrage or Amazon wholesale. See, private label listings are products that are sold under a brand name, whereas arbitrage and wholesale is selling products that are already sold on Amazon. If you're doing arbitrage or wholesale, it is important to avoid selling on private label listings, as it can lead you to suspension on your Amazon FBA account. Amazon does not allow sellers to sell on private label listings if they are not the owner of the brand. So it is important to follow Amazon's policies and guidelines to avoid any issues with your account, as it can lead to suspension. My first ever product I bought was a face mask, and I spent around £400 for like 200 units, and I was super excited. And once they arrived, I got it prepared and sent it to Amazon the next day. As soon as they arrived at the Amazon fulfillment centers and became available on my account, I sold like 12 units in like the first 2 hours, and I thought I'd found a golden mine. But just 1 hour later, I got an IP complaint from the seller, and Amazon banned my listing because the listing was owned by the brand owner. And I still remember the moment. I literally felt like crying because the amount of money I lost on this order was almost half of my entire month's worth of salary. So the easiest way to find out if a listing is private label or not is to make sure it has at least 3 sellers. So it should have more than 3 sellers and they all are selling in new condition. You can check that in the buy box. Mistake number 4, not focusing on product portfolio. Now, most people, when they jump on Amazon FBA, they have a mindset of finding good products with thousands of sales a month. And this is where they go wrong. Instead, what you want to do is focus on finding mini gems instead of that 1 or 2 diamonds. Because 1 or 2 diamonds can become worthless in a matter of few weeks if someone jumps on the listing and tanks the price. Whereas if you're focused on creating a mini portfolio of products, then even if one product goes down, then you still have the other 9 or 10 or how many products you have in your product portfolio to still keep making you money. And these mini gems are products that make around 150 to 200 sales a month, and where you can get around 60, 70 or 80 sales a month in the buy box. Plus, finding products with low sales volume is a lot more easier and less competitive than products with more sales, and I know that from experience. Mistake number 3 is not hiring staff. Most Amazon FBA sellers get on Amazon, and once they make few thousands per month, they find it difficult to scale. This is mainly because if you are one-man army, it can take you hours to pack your product so it can be sent to Amazon. However, this is where you can be smart and start delegating. The number 1 thing you need to remember when trying to delegate is first figure out what is taking most of your time and start off by delegating that. Now, the time which you will be able to get back by delegating a task will enable you to look for more products and spend time doing what helps you expand your Amazon FBA business. For me, the most time-consuming part was product preparation, where you simply label the products to get it sent to Amazon. So what I did was I had my brother to help me deal with all of that so I can spend that time on finding more products and scale the business. Now, if you're just beginning your Amazon FBA journey, then make sure you avoid these 7 mistakes. And once again, if you want to learn how to make 100K a year with Amazon FBA in 2023, then you can join my free workshop on the 30th of March. But in the meantime, you can go watch this video and I will see you there. Peace.